Hello everyone, my name is Simeon. I'm a biomedical science graduate and an incoming medical student at St. George's University in London. I've sort of made this channel so that I can give information, advice, and just to sort of document my journey becoming a doctor. So this video today, as you can see from the title, is going to be about funding a medical degree as a graduate already. As some of you may know, in the UK, well, in England specifically, you don't get a lot of support when you're doing medicine as a second degree unless you are on the graduate course. So this video today is going to be mainly directed at people who are going for an undergraduate degree as their second degree, like me. I may do a video on the graduate side of things later. If you guys in the comments want to request that, I'll be happy to do that as well. So let's just get right into the video. Okay, the first and most obvious method of getting money to fund your second degree would be part-time job. So obviously I know being a medical student, you would be very busy and you will have a lot of things to do, but having a part-time job or some sort of income can really help you and make you more comfortable while you're studying your degree. It doesn't have to be anything like 4 days a week or anything intensive. Even just a job on the weekends, which can be healthcare based. It can be in retail. You could be doing tutoring. There's so many jobs, and as a medical student, a lot of people will want to hire you as they will see you as being, responsible, intelligent, and just somebody who can get things done. So there's a wide range of roles you can do as a student, as a medical student in particular, that you can manage and balance as your time as a student. The second way, which is it's not as easy for everybody, but I know everyone throws this way around, is to ask family or friends for help for maybe a loan that you can pay back. Well, I know obviously not everybody comes from a place or family with a lot of money, but I think if you do, it will definitely be worth your while kind of asking it. Maybe not as them like giving you or gifting you money, but sort of like an investment into your future career. As you know, there's not a lot of options in the UK, and I know that isn't a viable option for everybody, but it's definitely, if you are able to do that, you should take advantage of it because, you gotta do what you gotta do. So, yeah, just ask family or friends or anyone anyone that cares about you that you think would be able to support you. I think, yeah, you should definitely try and explore that avenue. Option 3 is using student finance. And I know a lot of you know that they don't fund the second degree, but there is a loophole that you can use to kind of use student finance to fund your degree. So basically, with medicine as your second degree, well, with all the second degrees in the UK, you do not get funding for your tuition full stop. Like, they just will not pay your tuition, but they do pay your maintenance. So as a student in the UK, no matter what course, no matter what year of study you're in, every student is entitled to maintenance loan. So a maintenance loan is basically a loan that's supposed to be there to help you with living costs, eating costs, transport, just to kind of, give you something to get by on while you're a student, because obviously you can't have a full-time job when you're a student because obviously that just doesn't work. So with the maintenance loan, it's mean tested. So which basically means however much your family or household income is, they kind of use that to assess and judge how much money they'll give you. So if your family are making kind of a lower threshold and not as much money, you would be entitled to a greater amount. So you'll be able to get more money from maintenance. And if your family obviously makes a lot of money, they wouldn't give you as much. You probably get the minimum or a lower amount. So what you can do is, if you do get a high amount of maintenance, which I think the maximum is like 9 or 10,000, I'm not particularly sure. I'll find out for you and I'll put in the description. If you get that amount, what a lot of people do, a lot of my friends, a lot of people I know, they kind of use their maintenance loan, which may be 8,000, 9,000, whatever, and maybe add on another 1,000 or a couple thousand, and then just use that to pay their tuition, which obviously means they don't have any money for maintenance. But some people may decide to live at home. Some people may decide. Some people may have worked for a year, and you know, have enough money to pay for their rent, or they might just not have don't have anything to spend while living. Do you get what I mean? Which actually leads me to my next point. So this is another way you can fund your degree, which is a very popular way. Actually, this is actually the way that I'm doing, is taking a gap year or two, or how many years you want to take in between and work and save money. So you can defer your entry to go into your course, which is what I basically done. I basically deferred my entry from, I was supposed to start in 2021, but I've deferred it to 2022 because I just knew I wouldn't be able to afford all that money in one go. So I'm going to be spending a year just working and saving money, which it does make you start later and finish later. But I'd rather be in a more comfortable position while I'm studying than having to struggle financially while I'm a student. So yeah, you can always take it, especially if you're a graduate. It's easier for you to get a job, and then you can kind of use that. You can earn as much money as you can, maybe save, maybe live at home, or do you know what I mean? So by the time when you do start, you'll be able to pay your tuition, or pay your living costs, or whatever you need to pay. So yeah, that is quite a popular thing that most students are doing now. They basically take a year out and then save enough money and fund their degree. So yeah, that's another avenue. Fifth, this method is not really known as much, but there are options to do it. I will link some of these people that do it. Basically, you can have some hardship funds. It differs from university to university, but I do know at my undergrad, you could go to student services and then you just explain if you're going through financial distress, if something has happened, yeah, that's and they may be able to provide you. Fifth, this method is not really known as much, but there are options to do it. I will link some of these people that do it. Basically, you can have some hardship funds. It differs from university to university, but I do know at my undergrad, you could go to student services and then you just explain if you're going through financial distress, if something has happened, and they may be able to provide you and help you out with some money to kind of continue your studies. So it definitely, the reason has to be an excuse. I think, I can't remember specifically, but I think it's something to do with, it has to be an issue that you did not know of before you started your degree, and it's basically affecting your ability to learn. So if you can find or make up an excuse, I'm not saying you should lie, but if you can find up any excuse to kind of access that money, I think it can definitely help you fund your studying or your living. Another thing is there are several charities. I'm not too sure. A lot of them do have really strict requirements on who can access this money, because as you can expect, a lot of people will be trying to access this money. So they might check your family income, your family situation, your just a lot of requirements. But there are charities for people who can't afford to study medicine but do have a place, and you can access money, and they won't pay your whole tuition fee, but they will contribute money or give you or help you with housing or something like that. But they will help you along with your course. And another thing is the NHS bursary. So the NHS bursary is basically the NHS pays your university directly for your course. But I know this money is only available when you're in your fifth year. So when you're in your fifth year, everybody's eligible to basically go and get money from the NHS, because I think for the fifth year, you're mostly working with the NHS anyways. So yeah, that definitely helps. But I know for the graduate course, the NHS bursary, I think it pays a more significant amount and over more years. But that's a whole different story. Yeah, so those are the 5 main ways that I know of how to fund a second degree once you're a graduate already. If you guys have any other ideas or any other methods, you can just put it in the comments. We're all here to help each other. So yeah, and if you have any other ideas for any videos I can do on anything you want to know about applying to medical school, anything you want to know about doing biomedical science, I think I will do a video on medical interviews next. So yeah, just some tips and advice on how to, pass an ace and do well in your medical school interview. Yeah, peace.